Hey everybody, in this video we're going to cover a few more examples of area between curves in section 6.1. So what I wanted to go over is this example. So find the area of the region bounded by the graphs of that y equals negative x squared plus 4x plus 7 and y equals negative 2x. So by just inspection of the functions, looks like we have a line and a parabola. So we want to know which one is the top and which one is the bottom. We know from our discussion in class that the area of between two curves is the integral from a to b of the top function minus the bottom function dx. And so we need to figure out, well, which one is the top and which one is the bottom. And notice that I haven't given you much information other than the functions themselves. So looking at a graph, we have this graph. So I have the parabola and the line. Now that I have the picture, I can see that the parabola is on top. So one of the questions we want to ask ourselves is top minus bottom obvious? And in this case, yes, it is. So if I was to draw myself a little cross section here, a little rectangle, right, can we identify the height? And so we can see that it's going to be the height of this is going to be the parabola minus the line. So I'm going to have the parabola. So my integral for the area is going to be the integral from somewhere to somewhere. So we need to figure out what are the points of intersection. So we'll find those. But right now I can fill in the top minus bottom portion of it. So I know I have the parabola minus the line. So my integral so far is going to look like, we don't know what those are, the top function, so minus x squared plus 4x plus 7 minus the bottom function, which is the line negative 2x. So minus a minus 2x and the whole thing dx. And so we can simplify this to say minus x squared, that becomes a plus 2x, so 4x plus 2x is 6x, and then plus 7 dx. So now let's figure out our points of intersection. So how do we know where two graphs intersect? Their y values are the same. So let's set the functions equal to each other. So to find the intersection, set them equal to each other. So I'm going to have negative x squared plus 4x plus 7 equals to minus 2x. I don't usually like to have negatives as my leading coefficients, so I'm going to move this entire side over to the right. So I'm going to have 0 equals positive x squared, then minus 4x, so minus 6x, and then minus 7. I have a quadratic, and hopefully this factors. If it doesn't factor, then we would need to use the quadratic formula. So, but this factors into x minus 7 and x plus 1, which means then that either x is equal to 7 or x is equal to minus 1, which makes sense based on our picture. I got this from Desmos, but I zoomed out, so this 0, pretend it's not there. So this point is essentially x equals minus 1, and this point of intersection is x equals positive 7. So our integral, that's therefore the area, is the integral from minus 1 to 7 of top minus bottom, which we already simplified up here. Negative x squared plus 6x plus 7 dx. And then from here we would integrate this, plug in top minus bottom. So always plug in the top limit first and then the bottom limit, and this should give us the area.